The TMR gang is about to go live online. Catch the video stream of the hottest and most awarded morning program on Philippine FM radio. The Morning Rush. Straight from the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Time to have fun with hosts Chico, Hazel, and Marky. Join the TMR gang now. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Monster RX93.1. Time for the top 10 for today. We are live on Facebook.
Finally, facebook.com/RX931. We're doing one last batch.
Yeah.
And we're doing it on Facebook Live, Twitch TV, and YouTube Live. And nako, you answer to them. They're all like, bakit late? Bakit late yung Facebook Live? Bakit ngayon lang?
Bakit ako mag-a-answer? Ready ako ng dalawang batch, ha? Minerge ko into one final batch.
Okay. A lot of things are happening on the show.
Yeah.
And we wanted to squeeze in our OST for today. And that's the only reason. But we're here. And don't worry, late. Better perform. We're going to make it worth your while. And before we get to the last batch, let's just do our last batch of greets as well. Good morning to Miggy Hidalgo, who says, good morning. Thank you for playing Picture to Burn. Glad you enjoyed that. He says, today's a good day because I just got boosted. Yay!
Oh, yay!
We're happy for you. Hello to Yasmin Garcia, who says, good morning, Hazel and Chico. As always, enjoying your show. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello to Cheska Santos. Also saying good morning to Odie1 Kenobi on Twitter. Don't worry, I'll play your song before we go. Hi to John Snow White Wolf, who says, Panalo playlist pag Riot Wednesday.
Of course.
Andito lang kami at Chico Garcia at Hazel Hottie. Kaya ba today? Joke. We love you. We love you too. Hi to the Super James, Underburner. Hello to Gil or Hill Villanueva, who says, listening to the podcast because I can't listen live. Well, we appreciate that just the same. Not sure if anyone else has reacted to your elevator story, but there's no 13th floor naman, diba? I don't know what elevator story. Yung siguro yung walang emergency
Walang
stop.
emergency stop, yeah.
Pero dito kasi sa Strata, may 13th floor actually.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, sa building ko, meron bang 13th? Kasi sa building ko, 2 floors every unit eh. So yung 12th floor, sa kanila din yung 13th. But, you know what I mean?
Here, it wasn't always a 13th floor.
Talaga?
It was a 13th floor, but dun sa mismong elevator, the button would have the logo of the office instead.
And not 13.
And not 13.
Oh.
I mean, it's still the 13th floor, but just for the sake of the elevator, because a lot of people are superstitious.
Yeah.
They put, kasi plus, that floor was just one whole office. They took the entire thing. So
okay.
When the door opened, it's not a lobby. It's like it's the office already. You see actual like desks when the elevator opens. It's a big office.
Oh, cool.
So it was the logo of that office.
Okay.
Instead of 13.
Sa amin kasi parang B1, B2, G, 2, 4, 6, 8. Puro even number. So walang 13 na button.
Okay.
Hello to James. And also saying hi to Rich Kid, loving the playlist. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
We're happy. Hello to Juice Blank and good morning to my bestie Hannah, who's tuned in, and she says hi to you, Chico, as well.
Hello, Hannah.
Hello.
Okay, so here we go. Let's do the top 10, the final batch of the top 10. I kind of had to like squeeze in 2 batches into one, so we'll have 2 top entries.
Yes.
Yeah, but
you all.
And then the other 9. Let's start off at number 10. From Rice Cake Ian, I am a walking contradiction. I walk like a gangster, like a legit gangster.
Okay.
While listening to Madonna, Mariah, Beyonce, Rihanna, Adele, Britney, Nicki, the Pussycat Dolls, Ariana, Blackpink, Kylie.
Oh my gosh, that's kind of like you, except you don't walk like a gangsta. So, yung second half nung entry,
Well,
that's you.
Well, there's one more difference.
Ano?
There won't be a Mariah song on my playlist.
Oh, the shade!
No,
Oh,
you know what?
shade.
I like Mariah. I'm really just I guess that's why I never became a lamb. I like the kikayness and the personality. I'm just really not a fan of the
I
songs.
was gonna send you a message yesterday, a
Just not a
screenshot,
fan.
kasi
That's it.
natatawa ako.
Yeah.
Because you know how, of course, I'm a member of a lot of Madonna pages now because, like, nagpalit na ako ng ano eh, ng
Loyalties.
stan eh, o,
Oo.
ng sinestan eh. So, may parang ano doon, comment na, basically raving about Ray of Light, Madonna's album, right?
Okay.
And how, like, how amazing that was, how parang it kind of changed the course
Oh
of her
yeah. Oh
career,
yes.
and like
Definitely.
that was like the peak of her like reinvention
Yes.
according to so many people. And then there was a reply from a lamb, I guess, saying Mariah's butterfly. And then like, somebody said, Mariah could never. She doesn't have the blah 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 to even, pull a Madonna, like a ray of light type of album. And alam mo yung parang syempre as a former lamb, I
Parang
felt a little
nag-guilty ka
attacked.
rin.
I
Oo.
felt attacked, but at the same time, I was like, go Madonna.
Hindi, like
Go
for me kasi,
Queen.
being such a fan of music in general, I give credit where credit is due. And I know Mariah's place in the pantheon of the goddesses,
Hello. Vocal
Yeah.
ability,
Not
songwriting
just yeah,
skills.
not just the vocals, like she has her place. Talaga lang purely personal taste in music.
Magkaiba silang
Hindi
artist
lang
eh.
siya kasi talaga pasok sa banga. And even let's say the medyo similar in quality of music. For
Mm.
example, Whitney Houston.
Mm-hmm.
'Di ba? Also R&B, also soul, also big ballads. I don't know, like I like the Whitney songs and I would have a Whitney playlist, but I just couldn't get on board with the Mariah songs. With the exception maybe of Always Be My Baby,
Okay,
which I love.
in my opinion, and I love Whitney.
Mm.
I was a Whitney fan. Like growing up, I would
Yeah,
sing her songs and all
yeah.
that. I'm a fan of Whitney as a vocalist, but in terms of artistry, I will definitely say Mariah over Whitney. Like in general.
In general.
Overall, in terms of
Mhm.
artistry. Not vocal ability. Kasi vocal ability, magkaiba, but they're kind of medyo on par.
Yeah.
But Madonna, the artistry, just the whole, I don't know, the everything. The
Alam mo,
seeing it.
not for clout chasing or anything, but
Mm.
I really just wished like matagal nang nakikinig sa atin si Mariah. Tapos nadidinig ka niya sana ngayon. And as you're saying that, feeling ko yung pag-roll niya ng eyes na, really? Really?
Jolin, I don't care. No, but like I said, sabi ko nga kanina, alam ko how to distinguish my girl crush and my lesbian crush.
Yeah.
And I would say seeing it is the determining factor,
Yes.
and my desire to lick the seeing it. And Mariah, I just like her. I have a girl crush on her. I'm not licking her seeing it.
No.
Madonna, G.
Okay. Okay.
G.
Let's move on. Coming from Call Me Rovi at number 9. I am a walking contradiction. Gusto makatipid sa travel. So, laging hindi natutuloy. Pero pag natuloy naman, alam nyo, minsan lang naman to eh. So, might as well gumastos na ako. Like, pag in theory, ayaw niya.
Mm.
Pero pag nando na, sobra naman siyang like, this is once in a lifetime. I might as well spend.
But I like people like that.
Yeah.
Yung parang at least they know when it's time to let go.
Yeah. Yung hindi puro tipid, isa naman puro
Oo.
gastos.
Oo.
Diba? And number 8 from Victoriano, I am a walking contradiction. I don't like people who are like me.
Oh,
Pero
well,
this is common ha.
magnanakaw.
Ah,
Galit sa kapwa magnanakaw.
Actually, let me expand on that. Usually, when we meet people who are like us, or at least who are like the side of us that
Mm.
we don't like in ourselves, you realize you don't like them. And it takes a lot of introspection and a lot of self-awareness to realize, kasi minsan di mo na notice yun, na parang, why don't I like this person? Wala naman siyang ginagawang masama sa akin. And parang okay naman siya on paper. We have the same likes, but there's something about them that I just don't like. And sometimes, hindi mo alam, it's because you see a part of yourself in them, a part that you don't like. So, for example, hindi mo nare-realize that you actually understand that you're very manipulative. And of course, like you'll never like tell yourself na, you know what, I am manipulative. Gets?
Mm-hmm.
Tapos you'll meet somebody, tapos nakita mo na very manipulative sila. Parang minsan hindi pa nila ginagawa sa'yo anything wrong.
Yeah.
Parang they just rub you off in the wrong way.
Kasi na, parang you're able to suss them out because you're
Yeah.
the same.
Exactly. So parang they say you can become friends if you have a lot of common interests, but not too much. Kasi pag naman too much, parang yun nga, nagiging parang it's a weird thing. But you hate people who are exactly like you.
Not all the time, though, I have
Not
to
all
say.
the time,
Not all the time. There are times when, you have absolutely nothing in common with a person, but you just really don't like them for one reason or another. And it's not because you identify with them.
Hindi, kasi yun, that makes more sense.
Yung kasi wala kayo at
Kasi
all
wala
anything.
yeah.
Oh, it's
So,
true.
you would probably not like them because you just don't have anything in common.
Yeah.
Ito, parang on paper, dapat gusto mo sila.
Yeah.
But it's actually, you're seeing a part of yourself that you don't like.
Or sometimes you just look at them as like competition.
Pwede
Kasi
rin.
you're the same
Pwede
peg,
rin, yeah.
pretty much. So, di ba?
Exactly.
Parang competition.
Totoo yan. Super totoo yan. Like kunyari, if you're the pretty girl in the office,
Yeah.
and then a pretty girl comes along, parang ayaw mo na siya.
Kaya pala ang mean mo sa akin when I started. You were like, I hate this.
Alam mo, I'll take it kasi that means we're both pretty. I'll take it. I won't argue with you. Hindi, tapos like for example naman, yung kunyari you're the funny one. O sige, masyadong obvious yung pretty eh. Let's say you're the funny one in the office, the one who always comes up with the jokes. Tapos bigla may dumating na bago empleyado.
Na funny.
Pa-funny guy rin siya. You notice, hindi sila magkakasundo. Kasi parang like,
Parang agawan ng ano
I'm the funny one here.
Yeah. Agawan ng spotlight, agawan ng crown. Diba?
Diba?
Yeah.
And number 7, coming from the Super James, when you're eating in a restaurant for the nth time, you're like, o sige, maiba naman. Iibahin ko yung ordering ko. I'll order this and this and this instead. And the restaurant, a few minutes later, orders the same food that you order all the time.
Kasi minsan gusto mo yung sure na eh.
Sure shot na.
Diba?
No?
Parang mamaya ma-disappoint ka pa, biglang hindi masarap. Diba? What a waste.
I think yun nga, huwag ka na mag-press release na you'll try something different. Jimin's girl says, I am a walking contradiction. I'm overly emotional, but also pusong bato. I'm clingy, but also distant. I'm fiercely private, but also overshares. I think this is all of us. Diba?
Well,
usually naman talaga we bounce from one trait to another.
I heard the B word, so ayoko na lang mag-talk.
Yeah, that one. The one she's trying to pass on to other people, but fails. Number 5 from Spicy Milk. I refuse help because I want to do all the things to make myself feel that I'm a responsible person. But I also hate it and feel bad when people are making me do everything and no one's helping.
Oh my God, tell me about it.
Alam mo yung nando ka kasi sa, if you want to do it right, do it yourself.
Yes.
But then you're like, why isn't anyone helping?
Why am I the only one doing everything?
Why am I the only one who knows how to do it right?
Why am I the best?
Why
My
am
gosh.
Why am I perfect?
The burden of being amazing.
Notice how we do it so well.
I know. Like parang seamless yung you,
Parang it
me,
comes
you.
so
Oh my
naturally.
God. Yeah.
And number 4 from Juice Blank, true story. I am a walking contradiction. I don't like attracting unwanted attention, pero hala siya. May YouTube channel at TikTok account.
Hi guys.
Please subscribe and click on the bell.
Don't forget to hit that notification button so you can get notified when I have a new video.
I know. Alam mo, I can't wait. Like, for me to actually decide to come up with my own channel and actually say that for real.
Oh my God, please.
That would be so much fun.
Let's do it. Let's
I know,
start
right?
now. Let's start now.
Hi guys.
Hi guys! Welcome to our vlog.
Shh, I'm going to prank Hazel.
Sige, G.
I know, right? Number 3 from Milky Bear. Yung self-proclaimed dog lover or cat lover, pero pag stray, yak, kadiri. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, if you love dogs or you love cats, you love all of them. I mean, obviously, some are cuter than others. I will say that. Pero you should be able to like not judge based on breed.
Oo,
You know,
amen.
just because they're domestic cats, na halo-halo na yung breed, or di ba, a lot of the stray cats, because nga may inbreeding and all that, maraming faults.
Mm.
Like one of our kittens, naka tupi yung buntot. Like instead of a straight tail, para siyang naka 90-degree.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's an inborn defect. But you know what I mean? Like they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be like pure breed. Like they're wonderful
Yeah,
creatures.
you don't have to look at it as a defect. Look at it as an identifying trait.
A quirk.
A quirk.
Di ba, just like Cindy Crawford?
Yeah.
Before
The
her,
mole.
a mole in the center of your face is a death, like a death for your career level of imperfection. But she made it her trademark. She
Yeah.
made it her she made it cool to have a mole in the middle of your face. So ganun lang naman, diba? So number 2 from Jungkook's wife. I super agree with this.
Mm.
I got a cat as a pet because they're independent and don't require constant attention. But at the same time, eto ko ngayon, begging for their affection and love.
You're
Alam
like,
mo,
come here, baby.
hindi, pero yun nga kasi nga ang cats, you can't even, kasi ang dogs, you just go, come here, little baby boy. And then, they'll all come to you, right?
Yeah.
Cats are like, come here, baby kitten. And then they'll look at you like, oh, please.
Alam mo
So,
yung may judgy look na parang,
Grabe
okay.
sila. And I promise you, any cat owner will tell you this. Like, 9 out of 10 times, they will ignore you. The one time that they will sit on your lap or approach you for affection, you're like, thank you, my lord. Thank you. Like, I am not worthy of your love and affection. Tas yung scraps of love that they give
Uh-huh.
you feel like
You feel
are the
honored.
most honored
Oh my
person on the
God.
planet.
They invented breadcrumbing.
Grabe
That,
sila.
oh my, cats invented breadcrumbing. And sabi ni JN Change, pusang bato.
Totoo yan.
Oo, ganda ng
Mm-mm.
pusang bato.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
So, like, but they're such wonderful creatures. Like our kittens now,
Mm.
because they were with us since birth.
Mhm.
They're very malambing. Like they're
Ah.
always like sitting on our laps.
They're
and-
used to skin contact.
Yeah, very
Mm.
much. Very, very much. And the top, I am walking contradiction comes from, we have 2 entries, Legal Millennial and the Caesar Salad.
They both say,
Legal Millennial says, Monday mood. I want to resign na. This job is killing me. Friday mood. I love my job. I feel so blessed.
ayan. But it's good because it means you still appreciate it even
That is true.
when you're having a hard time with,
Hindi, tsaka
with
yun
your
nga.
job.
Nako-compartmentalize mo siya na at the start of the week, you want to resign, but by the weekend, you're thankful for having a job.
Dapat ganon, you see both sides. Ang hirap kasi parang you focus on one and then you
Yeah.
completely ignore, well, usually you focus on the bad stuff and the things you don't like. And then you completely ignore all the enjoyable stuff about it and the
That's
stuff
true.
you love.
Yeah. A little tip for, when for people who are like about to enter
Yeah.
the workforce. Yeah. And from the Caesar Salad, giving a speech to a crowd of 500 is not a problem to me. But talking one-on-one, even with my therapist, strangely is an issue.
Oh.
Meron siyang problem with one-on-one. Pero if it's a crowd, it's usually the other way around, right?
Yeah.
Like you're okay with one-on-one communication,
Uh-huh.
but you freeze when you're standing in front of a crowd. I had this for most of my life.
yeah.
I just had to force myself to get out of it when I got into radio, and we had no choice but to host parties,
Mm.
right? doon nawala yung fear of speaking in front of a crowd.
Of a
ko.
large crowd. Pero
Yeah.
did you ever have like yung parang one-on-one
No.
difficulty?
I mean, that's what I'm used to. That's what we're all mostly used to.
Mm-hmm.
So this is actually a different kind of issue.
I guess you just feel more vulnerable when
Vulnerable.
can we let's not start. I mean, we're almost done, Chico. Again, the finish line is within reach.
Ano vulnerable?
Hindi ko din alam eh.
Vulnerable.
No, because it's true, diba? Pagka kasi it's just you and the other person, you feel like they see everything.
Everything.
Diba? So,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I don't have that difficulty, Miguel, kasi tinatanong niya, do I have that? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Maybe when I have to parang be completely honest. Like when I have siguro when I have to reveal stuff that I
Yeah.
don't necessarily want to talk about. But then again, that it doesn't matter whether it's one-on-one, one-on-two, or alam mo yon. Ano lang, depende sa information that I'm about to dish out.
Oh. I guess.
Diba? I don't know.
Tricky siya, no? I
Eh,
mean, I
hindi ko
can't
alam.
imagine kasi na... Kasi for me, like, if you have a problem with one-on-one, I would also think you'd have a problem speaking in front of a crowd.
Right.
Because it's more of like, you don't like communication, period.
Period.
That's pretty rare, to be comfortable speaking in front of a crowd, but not with a one-on-one kind of talk.
Yeah, ako kasi parang generally I don't have a problem speaking. Like, let's talk.
Okay, yeah.
And
me
I mean,
too.
I also
Lalo
like
na
speaking in front
one-on-one.
of a crowd because
Ako, I wouldn't say I love it, but I'm more comfortable now.
I like it if I know what I'm gonna talk about.
Yes.
If I'm
That
prepared.
is so true.
Because like I know that, I'm ready for whatever. Of course, it's a little different when parang it's spontaneous and you don't know. Kunyari parang I'm imagining it to be like a press con. Tapos kunyari, ikaw yung i-interviewin ng mga reporters and you don't know what questions you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Then that's a different vibe altogether kasi parang, oh no, what if someone asks me about this thing that I don't want to talk about? But I think that's where the anxiety will come from.
Alam mo na, himay ko na yan with me kasi I realized like, how come sometimes when I'm hosting, I'm stressed. And then sometimes when I'm hosting, I'm not stressed. I think it's when I feel like, kunyari you ask me to host for like a statue collector's convention.
Mm-hmm.
I have a feeling I will have zero stress. Because it's like, balwarte ko to, I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Or like a superhero thing. Make me interview, the cast of the Avengers. Even though they're such big stars. Yeah, I'd be nervous because I wouldn't want to F it up.
Yeah.
But in terms of content, I know what I'm going to ask. I know what I'm going to discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Even if they ask me off the top of my head,
Diba?
I can give them answers.
Pagka-confident ka, iba eh.
Pero kunyari, okay, interview NBA players. And,
Paano ko si Luca?
I will be so excited. I will come to the interview wearing a bikini. Two-piece.
Ay, talaga ba?
Oh,
Ano
pero 'di ba, like naggagaling talaga yung stress when you feel like or yung kunyari yung if I will speak in front of 5,000 rushers because I know that they listen to us. I will be very relaxed because I know that they get me. Pero kunyari sabihin mo sa akin mag-host ako just a small group of 100 people I know for a fact who's never heard of me.
Right.
Nandun yung kabog ko kasi parang
you're making an impression.
will they get me? Will they
true.
get my sense of humor?
Yes.
I'd be so scared to flop in front of people who might not be aware of what I can do.
Yes.
Yeah.
Biglang Chico Garcia flop era. No!
Diba? No!
We don't want
no.
that.
Imagine mo, pag sinabi mong,
Good morning.
talagang Hazel lang. Talagang Hazel lang.
Hi from Polly Pocket number 2.
Ba't ano yun? Hi. Ba't namiliit yung boses?
Hindi. Ganun naman talaga yung voice. Kwento mo yung Polly Pocket. Sabihin mo,
Ayoko.
left, right.
Wag. Sa right ako, nandun yung heartbeat eh.
Wow!
Doon ako sa right. Doon ako sa right.
Sige na nga.
Pero yun, yeah. So yeah, parang sinabi mo, di ba, parang, ano yung Chico flop era. Imaginein mo, I wouldn't want that time to come when I will be like a mere 9 out of 10. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't be like a failure. Kasi that's about as low as I can go. Like, so.
Oh, sorry. I zoned out. What are you saying? I stopped listening.
Ay, plemahin ka sa
You're so mean.
sabi nila kanina, oh, yan na. Uubuhin na si
Huwag
Hazel.
kayo, inuusog niyo ako. Muntik na nga kaming maglawayan ng tiyan
Diba?
kahapon eh. Kasi
As
we were
in,
like, nausog ba tayo?
It
Baka
was-
ba dapat
and
lawayan
it's so
mo
hard to explain. Kasi like some people started tweeting like segments of the Facebook Live.
Mm.
And then there were those who probably didn't watch. It's like, oh, like, what happened? Can somebody explain? Because I don't get it.
No, because it was it
was a
wasn't
weird
one
thing.
thing eh.
It wasn't one thing.
It was like the whole show. We just kept messing up.
At saka tawan-tawa na kami, not because of that specific instance. It wasn't
No.
actually so bad. Like, if that was a one-off,
Oh, it would have been
we probably would not
fine.
laugh. Kaya lang, it
Yeah.
was like,
A series of unfortunate events.
parang part 10 of a series. Kaya tawa na kami.
Yung
Kasi parang,
6 a.m. pa lang, dami na naming issue eh.
tsaka parang like, are you serious? Is this really happening? Is this really happening to us?
Nakakainis.
Ay,
Sabi ni Jade, mauubo na yan. Buisit ng mga to.
kainis. Sabi nga ni Adrian, Hazel, time check na. Mga walang kwenta. Mga walang kwenta kayo. Can I just say, mga tao sa Facebook Live, mga walang kwenta kayo. Ay, okay. So,
did you read the other top entries?
yeah,
Okay.
that's two of them. So what about us?
What about us? Okay, before we do that, here's a time check. It's now 10:11. This time check is brought to you by Lazada Epic 10th birthday sale from March 27 to 29.
Okay, thanks.
All clear.
That's great. That's great.
Game.
I am a walking. Like I said earlier, that's like one of my entries already. Like I am so clingy with one human being, and I am the complete opposite with everybody else. I mean, not that I don't treasure. Like I guess it's a behavior kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to family and friends, I'm very independent. You know, I'm not the kind who would be like, "Uy, miss you na. Let's meet up." I mean, like it's probably something that I would want to do, but it's not just something that off the top of my head I would do. It's just medyo against type.
Yeah.
But I'm the complete opposite when it comes to my significant other because yun talagang like siguro after 5 minutes, saan ka na? Diba? Medyo may ganun.
Totoo.
May ganung aspect.
Parang gusto ko ngang manghinang testimonial dun sa sa actual recipient of that behavior.
Yeah.
But for me, I'm a walking contradiction. I think I'm a little bit of a control freak. I do like being in control of everything.
Yeah.
Like yun nga, like I said, I like to be prepared. I like to know what's happening, what I'm supposed to do, how I'm gonna do it. I like all that stuff. But at the same time, alam mo yung I can easily let go when things don't go according to plan. Like I'm so anal about like this happening this way. Alam mo yun, parang it has to be done this way. This is the right way. This is the best way to do it. So, alam mo yung ganon ako. But at the same time, if something goes wrong and things don't go accordingly, wow, you're talaga may panira sa butahe. Nananabutahe. ayan sa'yo kinubo.
Kasi
Karma.
umiinom ako eh.
Karma ka
Tinatawa mo
tuloy.
ako eh.
Hindi, pero gets mo.
Yeah.
Yung parang, if things don't go accordingly, yeah, I'll bitch and moan about it and be like, oh, kasi it should have been done my way or this way or whatever. But then I'm like, oh, okay, well, It's done. There's nothing we can do about it. Next.
Ako kasi talaga, like in general, a lot of people, and alam mo, this is something that I think you would identify with this too as a Libra. But like, there are so many things about me that are not very Gemini, pero this one, I have to say,
Mm.
a lot of people think that, I'm wishy-washy when it comes to things. They don't realize that there are people like me na parang like, if I tell you, I really like hot more than cold,
Mm.
and then ask me again an hour later, and I'm like, I like cold more than hot. And then
Yeah.
and then they would be like, but see, you're lying. You just told me that you liked hot over cold. And I'm like, I can't explain it, but I was telling the truth an hour ago.
Mm.
And then now that I'm saying the opposite, I'm also telling the truth because that's how I feel now.
Yeah.
So it's kind of really weird. Like,
And
I would behave one way one moment and a completely opposite way in another. So sobrang perfect for me talaga yung walking contradiction because you don't know which version of me you'll get when you see
exactly.
me.
And I think it's great that at least, since we have each other to talk to in the morning, kasi
Yeah.
nga, we're kind of the same way in that
Yeah.
sense, na parang, diba, with all the stuff that's happening, like, kunyari, faction A versus faction
Yes.
B.
Yes.
Yung parang, one day, I'm like, so annoyed at faction A, and I'm like, I'm so annoyed, like, they do this to faction B, and then the next day, I'm like, oh my God, I cannot with faction B.
Yeah.
Biglang, yung gets mo ba? Parang, yeah, it's really like that. Kasi nga, you see both sides. It's difficult for me to just see one side with
Tapos-
everything.
Tapos ito pa, like a lot of people also accuse like people like us
Mm.
as fence sitters kasi you're always in the middle, but they don't realize na it's not because we don't have a conviction. It's just that our brains are wired in a way to see things both ways.
Mm-mm.
So you see it from the point of view of the left
Yes.
and you see it from the point of view of the right. And it's not that we don't prefer one over the other, pero very analytical kasi yung brain natin to think na, oo nga no, pwede to. Pero alam mo, pwede rin to eh. So
Yeah.
it's not that we're indecisive. Well, we are too. But also because we, more than anyone, can really see both sides.
You know
From-
what?
From both perspectives.
We're not fence sitters. We're face sitters. Yung, hindi. Like, when I say face, Phase.
Tama yun.
Diba?
That's what I thought.
Yung parang, kasi may phase na nandito tayo, may phase na nandun tayo. Kumbaga, nakaka-transition tayo from one to the other.
Yes.
That's all. Yun yung ibig sabihin.
Yun.
Diba?
Yan.
Tama?
Tama naman. Tama naman.
Agree. Sige na.
Ay.
Woo!
Ay.
So, saan daw kayo kakain? Ano daw ba? A, B, C?
Hindi. Pag daw tinanong niya, saan kakain? Ano,
Uh.
pwede sa A, pwede sa B, pwede sa C, pwede sa D, pwede sa E. Hindi rin kasi ako mapili talaga.
Oo.
Hindi
Ang
talaga ako mapili.
tanong, pwede makikain. Tara na, let's...
Food lang ha.
Ano pa ba? Alam ka namang di ba?
Pag food pwede. Sige.
Laka, tara
Pag
na,
food.
let's go. Anyway, thank you for joining us. See, we survived. At
I know,
hindi
right?
ako ang inubo. Ayan na. Let's go. Before I jinx myself.
Hindi ako kayo na ba? Oh.
Ayan na. We're gonna leave you with the Chainsmokers featuring Dial.
Oh
We'll
my
be back
God.
tomorrow. Stick around for Nikki. She's up next on the Monster. Bye!
Bye.